How do staffing decisions impact organizational behavior? It's clear that human resource practices can affect important work outcomes at the individual, group, and organizational levels, such as employees' job satisfaction, team performance, and the organization's operations. These practices involve the staffing decisions managers make about recruitment, selection, performance management, training, and, in some cases, termination. Here's an overview of the staffing process, which usually begins with recruitment. After screening and testing job applicants, some of them are hired, and eventually, their performance is measured by their supervisor. If they perform well, they should be rewarded in some way. If they do not meet expectations, they may be asked to make some changes involving training, where they learn new knowledge and skills that are relevant to the work they do. Other employees might need training to keep up with industry changes or technological advancements. Here are some of the other ways that staffing decisions influence organizational behavior. These decisions define the workforce by determining who applies for open positions, who gets hired, and who is retained. These decisions also impact internal stakeholders like employees and managers, as well as external stakeholders like customers, suppliers, and the local community. More specifically, these decisions can influence employees' attitudes and behaviors, such as their perceptions of fairness. When employees think staffing decisions are unfair, their job satisfaction and performance may suffer. Or they might file a grievance against their supervisor or initiate a lawsuit against the company. These lawsuits can result in enormous monetary damages as well as a tarnished reputation, a decrease in stock value, and weakened customer loyalty. In the United States, employment discrimination is often the result of unfair staffing decisions that violate the law. The federal government's Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the EEOC, is responsible for investigating employment discrimination claims. But employees can also file lawsuits without their involvement. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits discrimination of employees based on their race, color, national origin, religion, and sex. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act of 1967 prohibits the discrimination of employees who are at least 40 years old, and the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 requires employers to make reasonable accommodations for individuals with disabilities. There are many more employment laws that apply to staffing decisions. To help employers follow them, the federal government issued the Uniform Guidelines on Employee Selection. As you learn about the staffing process in the subsequent lectures, you'll explore other legal guidelines that HR professionals must follow.